first question of the 6-question approach is, why might you change? I mean, why might you get your son this vaccination? Why might you start him on the vitamins? To the kid, why might you stick to the exercise plan if we're talking about obesity? That's a good example. You would never say, you know, why might you change your obesity, right? That doesn't even make sense in a sentence. And obesity is a situation, is a state, not a behavior. We're going to have a better chance of motivating people if we stay focused on behaviors and next step behaviors at that. So instead of saying, how ready are you to be exercising, you know, 3 times a week routinely, that may be too far out. The next step may be, how ready are you, or why might you want to figure out what kind of exercise is really enjoyable to you, if that's where the person is. So the first question is, why might you change? We're going to get to the others, but let's now bring it closer to your experiences. Give me an example of a resistant patient or parent of a patient, and let's go through the rest of the questions, thinking about how they might.
Drug use?
Since I went there. All right, yeah, what is it?
Is it drug use?
Drug use, okay, and that's actually where MI has most of its evidence base is, you know, tobacco, alcohol, and other drugs. But give me an example. So what's the age of the child, and or is it parent?
15-year-old chronic marijuana.
Yeah. Okay. And you'll see a great example in the slides, and it's a marijuana example. So what's the next step that we would like the kid to do? Is it to get into a treatment program? Is it to cut down on the use, to stop, to talk to somebody? What do we want to motivate him or her to do?
To stop.
To stop. So what would be our first question?
Why might you want to stop?
Why might you want to stop? Now, you smile when you say that, because it sounds kind of silly, simplistic, right? Or do we ask this question? What do we usually ask? Why don't you? Why do you keep using it? What do they say in response? Right, and look how quickly you can come up with the answers, which tells me how well rehearsed they are. So this is another big issue. Like, so why questions are okay, but they have to be positive why questions. Somebody asked me from the first session, what's the bottom line? Look for the positive why question. You want to ask why the person might do something that is positive towards the goal that you want. So why might you stop? Why might you cut down? If they say, stop, forget it, then you move to something else. But the question is, why might you do the thing that you would like them to do? And if they turn around and they say to you, I just told you, I like smoking, I don't want to stop. You say, I appreciate that. I can't force you. Nobody's going to make you do this. I've talked to you about my concerns, but now I want to know what, if anything, might ever make you want to stop. Could you imagine anything? You could put it out there as a hypothetical if somebody seems convinced that they're not going to stop now. Or if the person says, well, I've slowed down, a lot of people would say, well, okay, good, then you're closer to quitting. Why don't you quit now? It's a great time. Instead, in MI, you would find the positive in that and ask why. Why did you cut down? It's a very different way of thinking about things, but we're going to take anything that the person's doing that is positive towards the behavior we want. Or take any step proactively that they could take and ask them why they might want to take it. What do you think? So imagine we get this kid to answer. So we don't have a reticent kid, somebody's going to answer. What might he say?
Save money. How much money?
To save money. Okay. External or internal reason?
External.
Excellent. Okay. So we'd say, why else?
Sports season.
Okay. So sports are important to you and the pot gets in the way.
Gets you in trouble with the coach.
It gets you in trouble. Okay. But how about your performance? It doesn't matter. All right. Okay. So you say, as soon as I throw in a potential reason, which is fair because you want to experiment and see what's going on, they back off. So you go with the reasons that they give you. So at this point, sports season's coming up. So if nothing else, what we have is one potential reason towards cutting down or stopping, whereas before, when we're asking, why don't you, why do you use, why can't you stop, we get all of this other stuff that only serves to reinforce the bad behavior.